Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be doing question 1 from chapter 1 Differentiation Exercise 1.1 from class 12 HSC's Mathematics and Statistics part 2. So, chapter is differentiation. It's very basic. This is where you understand the fundamentals of differentiation, the chain rule, and the UV rule, U by V rule, all of those. So let's get started. If you don't have an idea what differentials you need to remember, the main things like the differential of sine x, cos x, cosec x, or differential of log x. If you want, I can make a short on that or a whole video explaining how you can remember them. Comment down below and it will be made. Now let's start with the exercise. First question is x cube minus 2x minus 1 the whole to the power 5. Now let this be y, okay? So instead of, you could either equate this to y and then write dy by dx equal to this, or you can just directly differentiate this. So you can write, if we are differentiating with respect to x, we'll have dx over here. So we're doing the first one, d by dx of x cube minus 2x minus 1 to the power 5 is equal to, now the power will come in the numerator and the whole term will be raised to 4, that is 5 minus 1, because if it's n here, the term will be raised to n minus 1. X cube minus 2x minus 1 to the power 4. Once you have done this, we'll be differentiating the term inside this, that is chain rule. So multiply, this bracket can be differentiated because it's minus in between, then every term will be differentiated individually and there'll be no chain rule, meaning not like you'll differentiate this and keep these two same, or this and keep these same, or this and then keep these same. You have to differentiate all of them in one go. So you multiply this by x cube will become 3x square. If it's x raised to n, it becomes n x to the power n minus 1. So it becomes 3x square minus, with x you have 2 and the differential of x is 1, so you don't write that, and the differential of 1 is 0, so it's okay if you don't mention that, or if you want you could just mention it and in the final answer you could avoid writing that. So that's our answer for the first one. Moving on to the second question, you have to differentiate d by dx 2x to the power 3 by 2 minus 3x to the power 4 by 3 minus 5 the whole to the power 5 by 2. The differential of this 5 by 2 will come here on the outside. Then you have 2x to the power 3 by 2 minus 3x to the power 4 by 3 minus 5 to the power 5 by 2 minus 1 will be 3 by 2. Now with this you'll write the differential of this, so that will be 2 times 3 by 2 x to the power 1 by 2. Then the next term is minus 3 into 4 by 3 x to the power 1 by 3 minus, the differential of 5 is 0, so you don't mention that. So your final answer will be 5 by 2 2x to the power 3 by 2 minus 3x to the power 4 by 3 minus 5 to the power 3 by 2. Now over here 2 and 2 will get cancelled, 3 and 3 will get cancelled, so you have 3x to the power 1 by 2 minus 4x to the power 1 by 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 3. Here we have this, so you can write it as x square minus 4x minus 7 to the power 1 by 2. So now you will write this as d by dx, this is your third question, d by dx of x square plus 4x minus 7 to the power 1 by 2. That will be 1 by 2 outside, this whole term, and n minus 1, that is 1 by 2 minus 1, that will be minus 1 by 2. So you have x square plus 4x minus 7 to the power minus 1 by 2. Since it's minus 1 by 2, the whole thing will shift to the denominator, and since it's 1 by 2, you can write it under root. We'll write that in the final answer. Now you have to differentiate everything inside the bracket due to chain rule. So into, differential of x square will be 2x and differential of 4x will be plus 4. Differential of minus 7 is 0, so it's okay if you don't write that, but if you want to, perfectly fine, you could avoid it in the final answer. What will we do now? If you cancel 2 here, this becomes x plus 2. So your final answer will be under root x square plus 4x minus 7 in the denominator, because it's minus, into x plus 2. Moving on to the fourth question, you have this. It can be written as x square plus 1 to the power 1 by 2, the whole to the power 1 by 2. So you have to write d by dx of x square plus 1 to the power 1 by 2, the whole to the power 1 by 2. First of all, what will you write? You will take 1 by 2 outside, and everything inside as it is. The power will then change to minus 1 by 2. Why? Because n comes out, the whole thing you write as it is, and the power will be n minus 1. So you have x square plus 1 to the power 1 by 2 to minus 1 by 2. Now, chain rule, you'll first be writing the differential of this and then this whole term. Let's write it down here. So you could write this into, the differential will be written here. X square's differential will be 2x. X square plus 1 to the power 1 by 2 will be written as 1 by 2. X square plus 1 to the power minus 1 by 2. And then you will differentiate this. That will be 2x. One differential is 0, so you won't mention that. I'm not mentioning it here. If you want, and if you're just starting to solve these questions, then I prefer that you mention it, because it will just make your job easier. Now, you can cancel these 2 over here. So your final answer is, you can start writing from here, half x square plus 1 to the power 1 by 2, the whole to the power minus 1 by 2, and into, here you have 2x plus x square plus 1 to the power minus 1 by 2. Let's write it properly here. So since it's minus 1 by 2, it will be in the denominator. So you write 2 under root x square plus under root x square plus 1 in the denominator. You write 1 in the numerator, and this 2x is in the numerator, plus only this part will be in your denominator. Why? Because the power minus 1 by 2 is applicable only to this particular bracket. So 2x is in the numerator plus under root of x square plus 1 in the denominator. Numerator will be 1. So this is how you write it. Moving on to the fifth sub question. So here we have the fifth sub question. In this you have 8 upon 3 cube root of 2x square minus 7x minus 5 to the power 11. So you can write this as 3 into 2x square minus 7x minus 5 the whole to the power 11 by 3, and the numerator will be 8. This is your fifth sub question. So writing this, the differential of this will be d by dx, because we are differentiating with respect to x, of 3 2x square minus 7x minus 5 to the power 11 by 3, and numerator as 8. If you see closely, 8 by 3, that is your pure number constant part. So it's okay if you take it out of the differential sign. So you can write this as 8 by 3 d by dx. Now this part, instead of having it in the denominator, it would be way easier if you have it in the numerator directly, right? So instead of applying u by v rule, what you can do is just put it in the numerator and differentiate it normally, like how you do for f of x raised to n. So you can write it as 2x square minus 7x minus 5 to the power minus 11 by 3. Now it's going to be very easy to differentiate. 8 by 3. To differentiate this, take this as f of x, and the n is minus 11 by 3. Minus 11 by 3 comes outside, and then you do minus 11 by 3 minus 11 minus 1, that will be minus 14 by 3. So you write minus into minus 11 by 3 over here, and this whole term as it is 2x square minus 7x minus 5, and minus 11 by 3 minus 1 will be minus 14 by 3 into, because of chain rule, what you will do is the differentiation of just the bracket. So differentiation of 2x square will be 4x, because 2 as it is, and x square differentiation is 2x, so 2 into 2x is 4x, and minus 7x just minus 7, because differential of x is 1, and then minus 5's differential is 0, so it's okay if you don't add it. But honestly, if you're just beginning to start with differentiation and you might end up messing up the answer, I suggest that you do mention the 0 here and then avoid writing that in your final answer part. Now you have two constant parts, you multiply it, so you have minus 88 by 9, this bracket, 2x square minus 7x minus 5 to the power minus 14 by 3 into 4x minus 7. You can also write this down here, and the minus 14 by 3 will become plus 14 by 3. Moving on to the sixth sub question. This is something that you can simplify before starting your differentiation. What you can do is you can multiply this here, and then you will have a good number in the numerator. But what I suggest right now is that you just write it as a minus b. Why? Because in that case you can directly differentiate this part and then directly differentiate this part. You won't have to differentiate by using u by v rule, and it's very hectic to use u by v rule in cases where there is root over here. The denominator will definitely become v square, but while writing the numerator it's going to be a huge equation for you to solve, and that's going to be very difficult, and there are more chances of you making silly mistakes in that. So right now we can write this as d by dx of under root 3x minus 5 minus 1 upon under root 3x minus 5, the whole to the power 5. So this is your f of x. Differential of this will be n over here, f of x as it is, root 3x minus 5 minus 1 upon under root 3x minus 5, and 5 minus 1 is going to be 4. Using chain rule, the differential of this will be, you can write this as 3x minus 5 to the power 1 by 2. So that will be 1 by 2 into the differential of 3x is 3. Minus, you can write this as 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2. So differential of 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2 will be minus 1 by 2 outside, and 3x minus 5 to the power minus 3 by 2. Since it's minus 1 by 2 here, you will also have a term of 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 minus 1 will be minus 1 by 2. So that's one term that will come here. And over here, 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2 minus 1 will be minus 3 by 2. And the differential of 3x minus 5 again is 3. Writing this in a better form, you have 5 under root 3x minus 5 minus 1 upon under root 3x minus 5, the whole to the power 4, into 3 by 2 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, this 3 comes here, and minus minus plus, so 3 by 2 3x minus 5 to the power minus 3 by 2. You can take 3 by 2 common, and then you can multiply that with 5. So you have 15 by 2 under root 3x minus 5 minus 1 upon under root 3x minus 5 to the power 4, and then you write this. You can write this as 1 upon under root 3x minus 5 plus 1 upon under root 3x minus 5 the whole cube. But I prefer writing it in the numerator alone here, so you'll write that as 3x minus 5 to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 3x minus 5 to the power minus 3 by 2. And that's your answer for the 6th sub question. So guys, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and comment down below if you have any more questions or suggestions. Thanks for watching.